We are live. Hey, Internet friends, MagicBrad, SynergyCafe, and I'm here with a friend of mine, Naima, and it's 9 o'clock. Sorry we're a little bit late. We had some technical difficulty because that's the way we roll. So, Naima, are you there?
I can hear you and see you just fine, darling.
There you are. Perfect. See? Technology works sometimes. It's always kind of scary when I'm on an airplane because I know that they're using this kind of stuff. So, am I pronouncing your name right, Naima?
Yes, or you could, if you wanted to be, how do I say this? If you want,
Proper?
not even proper, but if you just want to be more, have me feel more inviting by you, you can really get into the enunciation by saying Naima.
Naima.
Yes.
Instead of just Naima.
Naima. Yes.
Naima.
And say it from your heart. Naima.
So you kind of make the I like an E. Naima.
Or you elaborate and take your time with it. Naima.
Okay, I'll practice. As we get to the end of this, I don't do these real long. I'd like to keep them kind of short so people don't have to spend the rest of their life watching these videos. If they like what they see, they can connect either one of us directly. So what I do, Naima, how's that?
Yes, Brad.
Better. Is I just ask some basics of who, what, where, when, how, and why, and then we get into some of the things about the programs that you have. So the first one is, who is Naima?
Who is Naima? I was on the phone with a master who I speak with and who supports me in my own life journey. And we were talking about this identity thing. And he was saying for those of us who are really doing work to change ourselves and to change the world, help people who want to bring their work into the world and heal and purify themselves, that we have to identify ourselves so that people just know, right? And there's not like this who are you kind of thing going on. And I've always felt like, or for many years, I felt like I'm a god, and I have avoided saying that in public, saying it out loud at all. So when you ask me, who are you? The first thing that comes to mind is, I'm a god. And what that means is I allow myself to be used. I've surrendered to the fact that I am a walking God, and that it's my responsibility in life to allow the sole reason why I was here to come through me by being in relationship with God and getting the messages about what I'm to share with the world. So the quick answer is, I'm a God. That's who I am.
That's a good one. That's a deep one. I was looking for something like, are you married? Do you have kids? Do you like to ski? What do you do?
Yeah, we always like to go there because it's kind of easy, and we look for a way to relate to people.
Yeah.
So for that piece, one thing I'm really proud of on the human level is that I was born and raised in San Francisco. I just love it there. And I grew to love it more as I started to travel because, like people who are born and raised in France, they might not see it as so awesome until they start to see the rest of the world, and then you start to appreciate home more. So born and raised in San Francisco, the oldest of 3 sisters and a brother. And another thing that is a part of my history that I feel some level of satisfaction around is that my great-grandmother, who was born and raised in New Orleans area, she migrated to San Francisco after the Civil Rights Act of 1964 was passed. So I like that. It just feels so, like rooted and historical. So there's a little bit about me. Of course, there's more, but I'll leave.
That was good. That was very good. But the who are you? And it seems like I already know you.
Yeah, good.
See, Louisiana, San Francisco. Now are you in Miami?
I'm in Hollywood, Florida, which
Hollywood,
is
Florida.
25 minutes west of Miami.
Okie-dokie. So the next question is, what do you do? I know that when I connect with you, Synergy Cafe is about career, finance, relationships, spirituality, and wellness. And one of the segments is relationship. That's what I connect with you as a relationship coach.
Yeah. So that's a generic name. It helps people to sort of wonder on some level. And then to take it down into the specificity, I help people become free. And I use the doorway of sexuality to do that because I always say if you want to get to know a person, you either get inside their bank account or you have sex with them, because those are two of the areas where we're
both.
right. That's where we're most vulnerable when it comes to our money and when it comes to our sex and our body image. So fundamentally, I'm helping people. It's like spiritual surgery. This morning on Facebook, I wrote a post about this. I called it a heart seizure, a full body heart seizure I had last night meeting with a client. And then after being with my own heart for all these years and reading story after story of human relationships and listening to hundreds of people's problems, that so much of our human relationships are the problems in our human relationships are rooted in brokenheartedness. So I help people get free, and I use the doorway of sexuality, and we always come back to the heart. It's like we always come back to the heart, and our personal power that's in our bodies, deeply in our bodies. So that's what I do. I help people get free.
Got it. Well, this is some deep stuff. So we might have to do a couple more of these things to get to, because just on that topic alone, the whole concept of like what is money? Money is just energy, and it's weird how we hold people away
Monica,
from our energy. Huh?
I said I have faith in you. You can hang. You're Monica's husband.
There you go. That's right. I got to figure it out. So the next area is where? Where do you do this? Do you do this online? Do you have an office, or do you travel, or where do you do your work?
So the where is both online, like how I'm doing this right now with you, and this is going to spread to people all over the world who are going to want to connect, and so I connect with those people online who want to work with me. And then I meet in person with clients too who want to meet in person, like the client I met with last night. And it really comes down to the desire of the client and how they like to be served, because some people don't want to meet in person. Like they love the phone. Like that's totally enough for them. And because it's, you know what I find is that because it's such sensitive work, some people don't want to be seen, literally do not want to be seen by me, but they want to be helped. So I've had clients tell me that, who I've never met in person, I've never seen their face, but we meet on the phone and I help them do their work. So I do both online, this whole Google Hangout thing and Skype thing I do, and then for meeting in person as well, which is a whole other level of connection because we get to harness the power of our skin, being able to touch each other, being able to look into each other's eyes, which brings a whole nother level of connection and depth when it comes time to transform from the inside out.
Got it. Yeah, that's all these questions that I ask. It's always fascinating because I've been in business pretty much all my life, before the internet, pre-Netscape and AOL and all that stuff. And it's just interesting hearing all these things with these questions of where, because now you can quite honestly do your work in Sri Lanka.
Literally.
You're where you are and you can connect. And it's just fascinating. So it kind of goes into my next question is when? When do you work? I mean, most people, they'd say, well, I work 9 to 5. But now with the internet, you kind of work, I mean, that's what I like about what I do, is I can do it in the morning like this, and I can go play the rest of the day, or I can do nothing tomorrow. So when do you do your work? Do you have an office that you work out of, and you have office hours, or do you have limitations, like I don't work after midnight, or when?
I have been uninterested in offices since college. I mean,
good. Give me a five, a high five. Can you do a high five?
Oh, amen. I mean, seriously, I avoided corporate when I graduated from San Jose State with my undergraduate degree in public relations, and they have a community called PRSSA, which stands for Public Relations Student Society of America, which basically is like mentorship and preparation for people who work in the journalism, communications, and public relations field, to train them for the interview, how to deal in the industry, etc. And they would have like major corporations come in and we would do mock interviews. And I remember one evening being in this room of, communications and journalism students, and it was like they were literally training us to be cogs in the system. That's what it felt like to me. And from that day forward, I said, corporate is not for me. I'm not interested in anybody's office. And I've never had an office. I've never desired an office. I'm always blown away by people who are like, I'm looking for an office, with all the resources out there that allow us to rent, if we need to have an office space. But for what your question was where, right?
It was actually when. We already did the
When?
where, but I totally get what you're talking about because
Fine. Yeah,
it's a
whenever it's
new
convenient.
world. My office is here, and when is whenever I want to use it.
Yeah. So when for me is whenever it's convenient for me and the client. Like last night, I met with a client at 7. Here I am meeting with you at, what is it, 9 o'clock. I'm leading a workshop in Miami tonight at 7, from 7 to 9. You know, I'll meet with clients during the day, so it's whenever it's convenient. If a client and I decide we want to meet at 10 a.m. or 10 p.m., 11 p.m., do that. And that's what I love about this uh, location. What is it called? Where you're not bound by the location?
I call myself a mobilepreneur.
Location free?
Yeah,
Can you hear me and see?
I can hear you. You cut out a little bit, but I call myself a mobilepreneur.
Yeah, yeah. So it's like that for me. I have that privilege.
So the next question is, let's see, like, how do you do your work? Do you,
Add something actually. I want to add something to that. So
yeah,
the next phase, though, as far as location is concerned, is a community loft here in the Miami Broward area, because that's the next phase of my work, is to live in community with people right now, to move around, and I expect to still be able to have that freedom in varying degrees as the years and months go by. The Hollywood area for people who want to live in community. Fellow walking gods is who I call them. Fellow
okay.
walking gods.
We're having a little bit of audio errors here going back and forth, but that's part of the internet. We'll just deal with it and maybe do another one of these sometime soon too. But so the last question is the why. Why is it that you do this? How come? Why did you not do the PR thing? Am I cutting out too? Come on, Google, give us some bandwidth. You there? Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Can you hear me? Not if you can hear me. Oh, we gotta. Anyways, internet folks, if you can hear me, I'm not sure if Naima can hear me or not, but she'll be coming back. She'll interrupt when she can. Can you hear me? Can she see me? No, I'll just be quiet. Um, I'm not sure if you can hear me or if I can hear you, but at any rate, I'm not sure if I'm going to have to reconnect with you and do a whole program all about your why, because that was the big question. Are you still coming back here? Come on.
What's
Oh,
the question? Say it again.
there you came back. The big why. Why do you do what you do?
Um, I've thought about that and have come up with a few answers. And Facebook friend of mine I put on this morning of why not, and there's a here's one of a few reasons. Can you hear me?
Yes.
So there is this persistent and loud and undeniable voice inside of me that speaks to me and tells me what I'm supposed to do in the world, where to go. And that voice has such a strong hold on me that I would suffer an unbearable suffering if I ignored that voice. So that's one reason why I do this work. And it feels like a base, master would say, it's not, no, this is the work for me. And for the folks who will listen to this in the future, when you know, you know. There may not even be a very elaborate, beautiful, intelligent sounding explanation. Know that this is the work that I'm supposed to be doing.
Okay, we had some audio stuff going in and out on some of that, so we missed some of it, but anything that's really key, we'll put in text, and we'll do some more of these too. But right now it's about 9:18. I don't like to do these too long, so the next couple minutes, if there's something you want to share about any programs you've got coming up, or if any specials you got happening with your coaching services or whatever you want to share, please do that now. Oh, we're having audio issues. So this is kind of frustrating. I'm not sure what this is, if it's on my end, or if it's on her end, or if it's Google, or if it's conspiracy. Fight the forces of evil. You can't hear me. I can't hear you. Can you hear me now? Check 1, 2. Test 1, 2. Can you hear me? I don't know what's going on. Still live. Still broadcasting. Seems like everything's there. Can you hear me? Speak. Can you see me? Are you frozen? This is frustrating. Well, internet friends, it looks like she dropped off. Maybe she will come back on, so I'm going to spend a little bit of time. Maybe she'll pop back on. Anyways, I will be posting this up onto YouTube and put some links on there so you can contact either myself regarding Synergy Cafe or with Naima regarding her coaching services. And other than that, I'm going to sign off for today, and peace, love, and happiness. Apologize for the interruptions. I'm not sure what it was, but we'll perhaps do another one soon. Later.